Welcome to Cupid's Logic, where love meets predictive intelligence. We decode attraction, conflict, attachment, and compatibility, so you can know if it will last before you commit.
Welcome to Cupid's Logic. I am your host, Craig Pruitt, and today we are diving into lifestyle tempo, a small scene that quietly predicts whether a relationship will smooth out or slowly fray. Are you ready for the truth? Let's get serious for a moment. Picture this. It's Saturday morning. You suggested hiking at 9. Your partner texts at 8:55 that they forgot they promised friends brunch, and they'll be back after lunch. It feels minor, a missed plan. But at scale, those missed Saturdays compound. Quiet resentment grows, routines drift apart, and intimacy cools not because of a single missed hike, but because your daily rhythms never lined up. I can relate. I've seen couples where weekday friction shows up as weekend exile, and the result is predictable. Slow disconnect. Here's what you'll walk away with today. A simple tempo signals checklist so you can listen for green flags and red flags tonight. A 3-minute PRISM-style tempo test you can run alone or with a partner. And pragmatic actions, from boundary experiments to scheduling rituals, to either align rhythms or decide when mismatch is structural. Think of tempo as a steady signal, not the whole diagnosis, but a loud, reliable one. Why does tempo predict compatibility so well? Because how we use time reveals priorities and energy economics. Your weekday energy budget, when you need silence after work, when you want social recharge, how much time caregiving requires, shapes what a sustainable relationship looks like. If one partner's high-energy social life collides with another's need for quiet evenings, fights center on scheduling, not values. Add sleep cycles. A night owl and an early bird can experience intimacy mismatches that feel emotional, but are really temporal. Scheduling preferences create two predictable leaks. One is friction, the daily micro-argues about plans, and the other is opportunity cost, lost shared experiences that never get banked. Over months, that adds up into real relationship risk. Let's get practical. The Tempo Signals checklist is a listening tool you can use tonight in conversation. Look for these signals as green flags: consistent weekend routines that include shared rituals, flexibility on one-off scheduling with clear trade-offs, aligned sleep windows or respectable adaptations, transparent caregiving availability, and matching social appetites, meaning you agree on how often you want big nights out versus low-key nights in. Red flags to notice: repeated last-minute cancellations for social plans, chronic mismatches in sleep or work hours with no attempt to compromise, unilateral control over shared time, emotional blow-ups that are triggered by scheduling, and uncommunicated expectations about weekends or holidays. These are not moral failings. They are structural signals about daily life architecture. Now the live tempo test. This takes 3 minutes, and you can run it alone or with a partner. I'll guide you. For each prompt, give yourself or your partner a score. 2 equals good fit, 1 possible friction, 0 likely mismatch. Be honest and fast. Intuition is useful here. First, weekday energy. Who needs downtime after work and who needs stimulation? Score 2, 1, or 0. Second, sleep tempo. Are you both early, late, or opposite? Score it. Third, weekend priorities. Do weekends mean chores and kids, adventures, downtime, or split between friend time and couple time? Score it. Fourth, social appetite. Frequency of outside social events that are non-negotiable. Score it. Fifth, caregiving windows. Childcare, elderly care, or work caregiving shifts that dictate availability. Score it. Sixth, flexibility on occasional disruptions. How well do you trade off a sacrificed Saturday this month for a guaranteed one next month? Score it. Tally your points. 10 to 12 is low tempo risk. 6 to 9 is moderate, needs boundary experiments. 0 to 5 is high tempo risk, structural mismatch likely. I'll walk you through quick interpretations. If you score low risk, celebrate alignment. Still keep a check-in ritual, but lean into building rituals that reinforce your match. Moderate risk means run a time-limited experiment. Pick 4 weeks, schedule a predictable couple morning or evening, and track how many times the plan sticks and how each deviation is handled. That's where small boundary experiments pay huge dividends. High risk is not a moral death sentence. It's a clear signal that the day-to-day architecture is different. You have 3 realistic paths. Negotiate concrete trade-offs in new systems. Accept the mismatch and maintain separate rhythms while protecting quality couple time. Or decide the mismatch is structural and avoid deeper commitment. Let me be clear. The goal is clarity, not pressure. Repair and alignment strategies you can try tonight. 1. The boundary experiment. Choose one recurring friction, say Saturday mornings. Design a 4-week rotation that guarantees alternating weekends. Evaluate at the end. 2. The role clarify. Map who handles caregiving windows and when, then stick to the map for 2 months. 3. The tempo ritual. Pick a weekly low-effort ritual you both keep sacred, like a 30-minute Sunday walk at a fixed time. 4. The energy budget check. Once a week, each partner names one evening they need alone and one evening they want together. Swap and honor it. Communication scripts. Say, I want Saturday mornings together 3 times this month. Can we block 2 now and agree to swap when one of us has a prior commitment? That script moves the conversation from blame to scheduling logic. If experiments don't move the needle in the agreed time frame, treat that result as data, not failure. I would love to hear your thoughts, but first, try the experiment. Decision rules. Quick heuristics to keep you honest. If tempo mismatch scores as moderate, always default to a time-limited experiment before major moves like moving in or engagement. If tempo mismatch is high and caregiving or sleep cycles are non-negotiable, treat it as structural. Serious commitment without alignment often creates long-term resentment. And always pair tempo with values and attachment signals. Tempo alone isn't everything, but ignored tempo is one of the most common routes to quietly wasted years. Are you ready for the truth? Be honest with yourself. Tempo is the practical side of love.
Recap. Listen for tempo signals tonight. Sleep windows, weekend rituals, social appetite, caregiving patterns, and flexibility. Try the 3-minute tempo test and use the 10-12-6-9-0-5 framing. Run time-limited experiments and keep decision rules simple. Experiment first, decide second. For tools and the tempo compatibility tool that runs a more detailed PRISM-style report on your rhythms, visit cupidslogic.com. You'll find the tempo compatibility tool, guided scripts, and a workbook to run the 4-week experiment. If you want deeper PRISM reports, those are available on the site too. I can relate to how unsettling this can feel. Tempo clarity prevents years of slow drift.
Thanks for listening to Cupid's Logic. Remember, you're not bad at relationships. You've been flying blind. If this episode helped you, go to cupidslogic.com and try the tempo compatibility tool. I would love to hear your thoughts on the experiment outcomes. And if you try the test with a partner, give it 4 weeks and see what the data says. Until next time, be honest with yourself and protect your time like it's the scarce, honest currency that it is.
This has been Cupid's Logic. Stop flying blind in love. Visit cupidslogic.com and let the PRISM engine reveal what your relationship data already knows.